Ever wondered who gets to do what in the world of Relay? It's a question that pops up for anyone looking to streamline their workflows and keep things secure. So, let's dive deep into the heart of Relay and unravel the mystery of user permissions and roles. Imagine a bustling digital workspace, a hub of activity where different people handle various tasks. Now, picture that space without any rules or restrictions, chaos, right? That's where user permissions and roles step in, acting as the gatekeepers and organizers of this digital realm. They define who can access what information, who can perform specific actions, and ultimately, who holds what level of responsibility within the system. Think of it like a well-organized company. You wouldn't want the intern having the same access as the CEO, would you? The intern might need access to basic data entry tools, while the CEO requires a bird's-eye view of the entire operation and the authority to make critical decisions. This hierarchical structure, where different levels have different privileges, is precisely what user permissions and roles achieve in a digital environment like Relay. Relay, being a platform designed for collaboration and workflow automation, understands the critical importance of this structure. It's not just about letting people in, it's about letting the right people in and giving them the right tools and access to do their jobs effectively and securely. So, the short answer to our initial question, does Relay's user have permissions and roles? Is a resounding yes. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's delve deeper into how Relay implements these crucial features and why they matter for you. At its core, Relay employs a role-based access control (RBAC) system. This isn't some fancy jargon just for techies, it's a straightforward concept. Instead of assigning permissions to individual users, which can become a management nightmare as teams grow, Relay allows administrators to define roles. These roles are essentially bundles of specific permissions. Once a role is defined, it can be assigned to multiple users, instantly granting them all the associated permissions. Think of a marketing manager role. This role might include permissions to create and schedule social media posts, analyze campaign performance data, and manage the marketing budget. Instead of individually granting these permissions to every new marketing manager who joins the team, the administrator simply assigns them the marketing manager role. This saves time, ensures consistency, and makes managing user access much more efficient. Now, let's get into the specifics of what these permissions might look like within Relay. While the exact set of permissions can vary depending on the specific features and integrations a team is using, some common categories emerge. First, there are access permissions. These determine what parts of the Relay platform a user can see and interact with. For example, a user might have permission to access specific workflows, projects, or data sets, but not others. This ensures that sensitive information remains protected and that users aren't overwhelmed with irrelevant data. Imagine a sales team only needing access to their CRM integration and sales-related workflows, while the finance team focuses on accounting workflows and financial reports. Access permissions make this segregation possible. Next, we have action permissions. These dictate what a user can do within the areas they have access to. Can they edit a document? Can they trigger a workflow? Can they approve a request? These are all examples of actions that can be controlled through permissions. For instance, a team member might have access to view a project plan but not have the permission to make changes to it. This is crucial for maintaining the integrity of important documents and processes. Then there are administrative permissions. These are typically reserved for a smaller group of users, such as administrators or team leaders. Administrative permissions allow users to manage other users, define roles, configure settings, and control the overall functioning of the Relay workspace. This level of access is critical for maintaining the health and security of the entire system. Relay's approach to roles is equally robust. Roles aren't just static labels, they are dynamic tools that can be tailored to the specific needs of your team. You can often create custom roles, defining precisely which permissions are included in each role. This flexibility ensures that you can create a permission structure that perfectly aligns with your organization's hierarchy and operational processes. Furthermore, Relay often allows for varying levels of granularity within roles. For example, you might have a general project member role with basic access to project tasks, but then create more specific roles like project editor who can modify tasks or project approver who can sign off on completed milestones. This granular control ensures that each team member has exactly the level of access and authority they need to contribute effectively without compromising security or efficiency. The benefits of this robust system of user permissions and roles in Relay are numerous. Firstly, enhanced security is a primary advantage. By carefully controlling who has access to what, you can significantly reduce the risk of accidental data breaches, unauthorized modifications, or malicious activity. Ensuring that sensitive financial information is only accessible to the finance team, or that critical project plans can only be edited by designated project managers, safeguards your valuable data and workflows. Secondly, improved efficiency is another key benefit. When users only have access to the tools and information they need for their specific tasks, they can navigate the platform more easily and focus on what's important. They aren't sifting through irrelevant data or getting distracted by features they don't use. This streamlined experience leads to increased productivity and faster task completion. Thirdly, clear accountability is fostered by well-defined roles and permissions. When everyone knows their responsibilities and the scope of their authority, it becomes easier to track who made which changes or who is responsible for specific tasks. This clarity is essential for effective collaboration and problem solving. Fourthly, simplified administration is a significant advantage, especially as teams grow. Instead of managing permissions for each individual user, administrators can manage roles. Adding a new team member to a project simply involves assigning them the appropriate role, instantly granting them the necessary permissions. Similarly, updating permissions across multiple users becomes as easy as modifying a role. Finally, compliance with regulations can be facilitated by robust access controls. Many industries have strict regulations regarding data privacy and security. By implementing a well-defined system of user permissions and roles, organizations can demonstrate that they are taking appropriate measures to protect sensitive information and control access, aiding in compliance efforts. So, how do you typically manage these permissions and roles within Relay? While the specific interface might vary slightly depending on the platform's updates, you'll generally find a dedicated section within the administrative settings. This is where administrators can. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.